Consumer as a sector is going to double by 2030, so it's growing really well, and most subsectors are growing. In fact, everything is growing at about 10% plus minus, and therefore to that extent you will see very heightened growth in FMCG, retail and e-commerce. But beyond that, I think the report also sheds light and explains many recent phenomena that we witnessed, right? So whether it is FMCG volume growth, which did not happen in the last 2 years, or the affluent retail segment, which is slowing down now, it kind of makes sense of all of these phenomena that we are seeing using data from different sectors, right? And therefore we are seeing that by and large households are growing across the country. We are going to see affluent and middle income households now contribute to about half of the total number of households, compared to say about a third of the households previously. So to that extent you will see more consumption, you will see more penetration. In fact, packaged foods penetration and per capita consumption will grow. In fact, it's doubled in the last 5 years, and you will continue to see that kind of traction. Plus, what we are seeing is that e-commerce with quick commerce is innovating on the business model side. A lot of focus on the front end, but even on the back end, the supply chain, there's a lot of innovation.
You mentioned a pertinent point here, and all this while there has been a bit of slowdown, and luxury premium side is what was working out very well. Is this trend going to continue? And as of now, at least from the industry, what we see is that luxury brands, the more premium brands are doing very well, whereas rural is still reeling under the pressure of slowdown. There we haven't seen any improvement. So metro cities versus the rest of India, which we now call as the Bharat, is there a difference that we're seeing, or a role reversal there?
Sure. So I think the luxury side of things will continue to grow. India's really rich households are consuming more, and they will consume more luxury. But when it comes to looking at India versus Bharat, I think Bharat is making a comeback. And in fact, this year, Bharat is going to drive volume growth. Right? And therefore, you will see tier 2 demand pick up, you will see rural demand pick up. And you've already started seeing that. FMCG volume growth the last 3 quarters has been healthy. Right? But at the same time, what has happened in India, in at least the urban, middle income and affluent households to some extent, is that a lot of premium consumption happened in the last 2 years, whether it's premium cars, whether it's premium housing. So they're all indebted to a much greater extent. So the growth in home loans, the growth in credit cards, all of that has also grown with consumption, and hence you will see them cut back a little, but it will be balanced by the growth in Bharat and rural demand.
What would you say the top 5 categories, fastest growing categories within the FMCG space? Because FMCG can be really broad, right? So top 5 sectors that will grow going forward, and to what extent and what rate?
Sure. I think anything that promotes convenience, ready to cook, ready to eat, anything that promotes experience, snacking, anything that promotes health, consumer health, for example, vitamins, minerals, supplements, all of those categories, they will all grow much faster than the market.